Overtalk is an overcompensation. He's doing it for a show.
A show?
You think it's a show? Look at the place packed. See, this is show business. But the thing is, too, that this is an overcompensation. He knows. He understands. He's a bright man in terms of psychology and psychic.
You believe in show business if you want to. You and Norton are going to be scared that night. You better get yourself into a trance so you won't run away from ringside, because I'm going to eat him up. Norton, a hypnotist. That's a shame. A hypnotist is going to whoop me. And he's out in the ring setting. He's out there in the audience, and his robot is going to say, "Sicken boy," and going to whoop me. You think I'm going for that stuff?
It's late March of 1973, fight time approaching, and there are many who feel that Muhammad Ali, normally the master of psych, is himself psyched by the presence of Dr. Michael Dean in Norton's corner. Ali's bravado aside, the match belongs to Norton. After being hypnotized by Dean, he fights perhaps the best fight of his career, seems confident and conditioned, and breaks Ali's jaw en route to a split decision. But 3 years later, the Norton-Dean alliance has come undone. Norton tells the late San Diego Union sports editor Jack Murphy the Dean affair was one giant publicity gimmick, that Dean had never really helped him. Dean counters.
Well, obviously, I think I was effective. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been hypnotizing for 2.5 years, Mike. I hypnotized him before every fight except one fight, and he didn't do too well in that one fight. But I not only hypnotized him, but I taught him the principles of success motivation, because he wanted to quit fighting. Many times he couldn't get fights.
Dean slaps Norton with a $5 million slander suit, and in the spring of this year, a jury finally returns its verdict. Dean has been slandered and should be awarded $50,000. The judge, though, overturns the award, and today the case remains on appeal.
The Ken Norton episode did not turn Dean against boxing. To the contrary, today he is more involved than ever. He co-manages a whole stable of boxers.
Among those Dean co-manages with trainer Juan Bustamante is Steve Delgado, a junior middleweight ranked 8th in the world. Dean readily admits his contribution today is first and foremost financial. He's the man who owns the gym and tries to arrange fights. But when the money man talks about jabs and punches, even if he has no real background in the ring, his fighters are prone to listen.
You gotta jab more, you gotta use combinations. You gotta get that right in.
Something is apparently working. Dean's fighters are achieving at least moderate success, and Dean has plans for buying a bigger gym, one that seats perhaps 2,000 spectators, and staging his own bouts. Hypnosis? No, Dean does not use it on all of his fighters today, but for some of his fighters, in some cases, Dean feels it offers real help.
If a person's a good subject, it can be very effective in teaching them self-hypnosis so they don't get tired in 8 or 10 rounds. Also strength, self-confidence.
I was sort of nervous and uptight before my first pro fight since I didn't have very much amateur experience. And so he put me under and gave me the confidence and what I needed to go in the ring, because for one thing, it's hard to go in the pros without the amateur experience. And I really needed the confidence to get in there.
How'd you do once you got in?
Well, I knocked him out in the first round.